dun, 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 dun. Mama, ooh, dun, 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 dun. Mama, ooh, I just wanna fly. Sometimes I wish I've never eaten corn at all. Carry on, 'cause nothing really scatters. Dint, 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 dint. That was the original version of the song, you know? Freddie and I went back and forth. He had his ideas. I'm like, Freddie, these lyrics are gold, man. You should go with it. And he's like, I forget exactly how he responded, but we ended up changing a few words here and there, and the rest is history, man. But, you know, tis what it is. You know what, mate? That's what he sounded. You know what, mate? We should really change scatter for matter. Nothing really matters. Just like that. That's, remember his voice still, you know? I don't wanna fly. Because my thought prior was like, let's write a song about flying. Nothing really scatters, carry on, as in like nothing really scatters on, carry on, because it's safe and sound. You know? Wish I'd never eaten some corn at all. You're up there, thousands of feet above the ground. Why would you want to eat corn? Why would you want to fly and eat corn and carry it? It's everything's right there in the, but you know, whatevs. Did well. The song did really well. It's all right. I'm not, you know, I didn't take it personal. In the business, you can't take it personal. That's what it is. Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another social production. Friday, August the 5th, 2022. Sip to the gang. Long-time viewers and listeners of the show, thank you very much for all the love and support, sending it right back at you. If you're just joining us today, buckle up, buckle down. It's the silliest goose in the west. No, in the east, but west as in Western, you know, Western society, Western habit. Yes. So all over the place. I'm all over the place. East, west, north, south. Basically Santa Claus, sort of, kind of, you know. That's what it is. That's what it is. Be nice to get a Mrs. Claus in there somewhere down the line, but down the line, you know? You still got time. No big deal. It's all right. Whatever you're doing out there, congratulations. Happy Friday, everybody. It's the weekend. It's the weekend. The weekend is upon us. Friday's that, you know, Friday's that loose day of the week. Friday's the loosest day of the week. Love Fridays. If I were to do any day of the week, it'd be Fridays. Because Fridays is that, you know, a little bit of work, a little bit of let's get together and have some fun. You know what I mean? Let's you know, go over to grandma's place, grandma and grandpa, see if they're doing anything. Oh my God, they're busy getting it on. All right, never mind. On to other things, bigger, better things. You don't want to be sticking around for that, dudes, ladies. That's what it is, man. You think I'm joking. This is serious, man. I was reading an article, more the headline. It was about a 85-year-old and a 91-year-old hooking up, dude. 85 and 91. Slangin', de-slangin' vag, dude. That old. Still, you know, people got, that's people. 85, 91. That's admirable. It's inspirational in some sense. That you could still be, you know, loving out there well into your golden years. Well, you're like, that's platinum or something, dude. You know what I'm talking about. But how did we get there? I don't know. It's Loose Friday. I don't know how we got there. Love is love. 95, 81. No, 85, 91. Jeez, that's, again, admirable. If you're in it already, that's, you know, you're already doing it. But if you're just like starting something at 81, 85, 91, dude. 85, 91, that's admirable. Love is that game of longevity. Because we've all got it in us. It's good to find somebody out there. But yeah, I wouldn't even have thought it'd be on anyone's radar at that. But that's what it is. People surprise you, and apparently it is a thing. Man. That's that pure love. At that age, old love, 91, 85. There is no, because you've seen it all, you've done it all, but you're still coming back. There's something to be said about that, You've seen all, you've done it all, you've smelt it all, you've done it all, dude. Lady, you've done it all. But here you are again, going out there, putting yourself out there on the line. It's admirable, it's nice. Because that's kind of like, that's real love at that point. They don't care about, to a certain degree, right? But like, looks is out the door, dude. After a certain age. Let's be honest. But today's like, it's good though. We've got it like after 80, if you're linking up, looks doesn't matter. After 80, everybody looks the same. It really doesn't even matter. After 80, yeah. Men, women, we all tend to look the same. Everybody's got that. Everybody's either lost hair or they've got the very like blue, silver, gray, short haircut that you can't tell. Men and women, you can't tell. It's really hard to tell sometimes. Most often. Past a certain age, you know what I'm talking about. Don't deny it. You're like, no, it's evident by the sagging tits dragging on the ground. Dude, that's grandma you're talking about. Have some respect. God, these kids today. But that's what it is, man. They don't care about that stuff. Grandpa doesn't care. Grandpa will just, they'll rub one out, and then, that's winter time. You just, that's like an extra, like 2 extra weighted blankets or like a nice scarf for grandma and grandpa. You know what I mean? Man, grandpa's nutsacks must be like down at his knees, right? Because I don't have access to grandpas, dude. They're, so from experience, fellas, ladies, how low do they go? Your grandparents' nutsacks, I'm just curious. When was the last time you checked? Just to, instead of, that's the thing. People a lot of times are like, oh, I wanna know where I came, I wanna know my background, where'd I come from, let me do an ancestry test, let me do a 23andMe. Just go to grandma and grandpa, dude. You know what I mean? Cup them for a second. That'll just like transmit a whole lot of knowledge via something, I don't know, or don't. I'm just shooting the shit with you. But if you might want to do it, that's, now's a good time, because it's like, now's as good as time as any. Seek the, seize the day, seize the opportunities that are right in front of you. Yeah, at like 85 or 91, I don't even think genitals were like, at that point, a penis and a badge are pretty much the same thing almost as well. You know what I mean? Pretty much. From what I've heard. But that's just hearsay. Everything might be intact. I don't know how it is, but it's admirable nonetheless. Love is love. Keep doing it. Keep grinding it out there. Go after, put your hearts out there on the line. Put your whatever's left of the bod, whatever's left of the mind. It'd be easy. I would assume actually with age it would get easier, because like, again, you don't necessarily care too much about the looks and whatnot, and I think people will become more appreciative of each other, and also more realistic, and also more, I don't know, forgiving in a sense. Does that make any sense? Because everybody's like, if you're past 80, it's just like, if I'm past 80 at that point, I'll just be glad that I'm here. You know what I mean? So like in terms of like, oh, he's got a little dementia. Oh, she's got a little bit of the shakes. It doesn't matter. It's perfect. She shakes, he forgets. Shaking and baking time. That's love. You know what I mean? Can't get mad at that. That's beautiful. That's lovely. Shout out to old love. Celebrating old love. Today maybe, maybe an underlying notion of Today we'll be celebrating old. Yeah, here's to all the fellas and ladies who are plus or above 80 and just still kicking it, dude. Popping pills or doing it natty. I don't know how you're doing it. Pulleys and levers, that's how you're doing it. But nonetheless, it's admirable, dude. Just a bunch of grannies and grandpappies getting into like, you don't know what these kids are, you know. I bet you they do weird shit, dude. Because they move slow, you wouldn't think they would, dude. But that's the thing. They're moving slow so that you move faster and you pass them and you don't notice. But you know, you think Grandpa's taking 3 hours to put on his long socks. You think he's just going around the block, but no, dude. That's a ruse. That's a ruse. Him and Granny are going to this, like, you know, all-inclusive BDSM club for grandpappies and grandmammies. That's what I would imagine they do. Again, I don't have them, so that's what I'm imagining. I do have a grandma, but like she's not into that stuff at all. She's far away. And yeah, so my point of reference is, you know, I just go based on what I see around me. And 85. God, I keep messing those numbers up. I don't know why. It's not important. Who cares? It's plus 80. 85 and 91, dude. That's the point. Old love. Just a bunch of wrinkles getting together and just, you know, they're not about like, it's not like you and I want to go out, we got to worry about like, you know, oh, I got to iron out a wrinkle or two. That's just wrinkle city, dude. That's folds for days. You know what I mean? Maybe that's maybe that brings back a little of the mystery. A little of the mystique is back, because like with young love, you find the mystique, once you find it, it's there, you know what it is. Old love, you got to kind of, because like it starts, like things start from what I would imagine, you know, again, extra layers, extra folds, extra things will be closing in on you. So you got to like a new discovery, you know how you get to a certain age, you start growing back teeth, your baby teeth start coming in, like that's what it is, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like past a certain age, I think all genitals will eventually start to look the same. I don't know. Maybe that's just my imagination. Maybe they'll stay intact, but more droopy, more gray. Not the actual genitals themselves, but the hair would definitely be gray or silver. There's a bunch of silver foxes out there doing it. So that's shout out to, you know, old love, or, you know, classic love, as some say. Oh man, what a great day to be alive, boys and girls, ladies and gents, wherever you are in and around this beautiful planet. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're living your best lives, whatever you're doing. I supports it. Whether you're in school, whether you're out there working, whether maybe you're doing both, maybe you're schooling and working, and maybe you're running families. You're running the streets, everything. Shout out to everybody doing everything. It's a great time to be alive, seriously. Despite all the, you hear things, people get, and I get it. We're all in it together. We're taking it one day at a time. No need to get distracted. No need to, I want you to focus in on you. And that's what I'm saying out loud. So a little bit of that is for myself as well. You know what I mean? Because it's like easy to get, this, that, or the other. But we're all about the silliness here. We're all about enjoy the moment, because things can always be going in and around and round and round. And things can happen here and there, everywhere, and then it does. But nonetheless, man, sips up to you guys. And gals, man. If I'm like in my golden years or like platinum years doing the love, it'd be a thing. It'd be its own thing. It's a different kind of love. Yeah, because there's the vanity is gone, I think, to a good extent. You're not gonna, obviously everybody still got their, you still want to maintain a certain level of, you still want to be, intact, if that makes any sense. But yeah, there's a lot more leeway. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? That's what it is, man. That's what it is. I was watching this quick video on The Guardian. They found rediscovered a new species of a jellyfish, and it looks incredible. This thing doesn't have a brain, and it's just floating in the depths of the ocean. Insane. In the membrane. How does it work? No brain, all jelly. And it's colorful and it's got patterns on it. It looks like out of this world, but it's from this world, which is magnificent, man. It's incredible. Literal alien right underneath our waters. Right in that wet spot, dude. Ladies, we are made up of 75% water, which, it's interesting. Very interesting. Wonder what else is down there. Excited about the new discoveries we're making each and every day in different areas of life. Oh man, the jellyfish. And so many things. The jellyfish are beautiful when they sting you. They've got that whole, a lot of people seek out jellyfish so that they can get stung, so that they can pee on themselves or their loved ones, or maybe a stranger. Does it help? Does it hinder? We still don't know, but keeps happening to you. I'm starting to question whether or not you simply enjoy getting peed on or peeing on people rather than actually being in it for the experience of the jellyfish. So, what are your motives? You're like, I'm killing two birds with one stone. That too is admirable. So hats off to you, sir or ma'am. Game recognized game, baby. Keep doing it. But it is painful. So, if you want to just cut the middleman, I don't know. It's a thing. Does it work though? Because now I've been hearing mixed reviews. Apparently it doesn't work, the peeing. So I don't know. And I wonder if they're intelligent. Like, you know what I mean? They're just like looking at us. Like they sting you. I'm a jellyfish, right? I sting you. I'm just like chilling on the sand. I stung you. That's what it is, baby. That's what I does. I'm that jellyfish. You thought it's all fun and games. Oh, get close to the jelly. Ooh, let me try to touch the jelly is what you said. And then boom, stink. Boom, stink. And you're like, oh no, I can't believe the jellyfish stung me. It's been documented for years and yet, we still have people getting stung. They'll always blame it on, oh, they're translucent. We can't see them in water. Oh, typical, classic excuses. The next thing you know, pulled your pants down, you're peeing on your wife. And the jellyfish, you don't think, that's the thing. You don't think it's intelligent, but it's like, it's recording everything, dude. That thing's not, it doesn't have a brain. The whole thing's probably just like taking everything in and just, oh man. You know how we don't care when dogs or cats, mostly dogs outside, because you see dogs on leashes or, doing their business and nobody cares. They're probably looking at us like, oh, that's just another human just doing his thing. Being silly, thinking a little pee is going to help this thing. How did that even start? Probably by pirates. I would assume by pirates. Good old pirates doing piracy, because that's what it is. When you're living the life of the sea and you got the sea life and you're a man of the sea, you're a bunch of seamen and women. Well, mostly men back then. They had to make more pirate babies, so they probably had pirate ladies for the babies. That makes sense. That makes solid sense. So, the good men and women of the sea were probably the first ones to come across that thing. And I don't know how I would assume it's the intake of rum and just being on the sea, everybody's always, at each other's throat trying to like jump ship between, and it's just a whole bunch of, you're in it, dude. You're doing that. It's a pirate's life, Arr. So somebody gets stung, Captain's got a belly filled with rum, and he's just like, ah, let me, this helps, and that's how it got started. That's how I think it got started. But apparently it doesn't help, or it does. I don't know. You find out on your own, do your own research, and the best type of research is on the field, getting in on the action. So find a jellyfish, go to Papua New Guinea, get stung, pee on it. But then you don't want to be the only. Take 2 people, take 4 people, because you need two people minimum to get at least 2 people, because you got to have samples. You can't just go based on one person getting, because if you got to try one that gets stung, and then you pee on it, and then another person has to also get stung and don't pee on it, and see which one's better. So, and then let us know so we can move forward. Finally, can we let's finalize a few things in science if we can. Let's close a certain, let's go factual on a couple of things. Can we get a couple of facts out there that are like, okay, yes peeing or no peeing? I need to know, so that whenever I take a vacation somewhere in the maybe near future, somewhere nice with jellyfish, do I go hug the jellyfish because I'm not what if somebody in the crew will pee on me? Fine, no big deal. Or do I stay away because nothing fixes it? And that's the funniest thing, like with everything else, we try different things, but with jellyfish stinging you, we've tried and only one thing, and we stopped at that. Let's try piss, and if that doesn't work, nothing else must work. Nobody else tried anything. Nobody pour some water on it, pour some, grab a can of soda pop, just pour that, I don't know, try something, anything else. Lick it, spit on it, shoe shine it, buff it, just talk to it a little bit. See what happens. But no, we've only tried peeing on the jellyfish stinging us, and I don't know. I say it's time to, thank God it stopped at peeing, now come to think of it, because down that path, if peeing didn't work, man, I bet you somebody took a crap on somebody and they're like, man, if this doesn't work, let's try number 2. That'd be cool. Oh, that'd be nice. And it's not that it's nice to it'd be funny is what I'm trying to say. Because you're already halfway there, dude. You know what I mean? If it doesn't work, you might as well turn it around, and because now we're just going bodily exertions. You got pee, deuces, and you got spit. You might, is there anything else you can apply out of your body on somebody else's, or maybe your own body from? You got pee, piss, shite, earwax, boogers, maybe. But you gotta really get in there, and there's only limited supply on a daily basis. So that's, how do we get here? I don't know. I really don't know, but we got here. So deal with it. Let's just all take it in and enjoy the ride. What do the jellyfish do when, can we sting the jellyfish? What do they do? You sting a jellyfish, do they pee on it? Probably not. But what is it? How does the whole thing work? It's got no brain, and it's just beautiful and translucent, and it's just moving around. It's got everything. It's got camo. It's working without a brain. It's responsive, so it must have some level of consciousness, which is interesting, Man, jellyfish are dope. And we just fucking scoop them up and just do stuff with them. What do we do with jellyfish? We use them for, inspiration for lava lamps. Or hell, man, you might have enough money, you might get a big lava lamp and fill it up with jellyfish. basically, okay, that's an aquarium. So, you know, scrap the lava, like maybe fuse the two together. Lava lamp meets aquarium meets snow globe. The trifecta, dude. And you keep flipping it, or it should flip itself, because I would imagine it's a bigger, you know, contraption. So you're gonna need a lot of dough for that. That's basically a whole room dedicated to a flippable aquarium slash, you know, lava lamp with live jellyfish. But then if the jellyfish all die and plummet to the bottom of the then you'd have to keep flipping it up and down so that it resembles them moving up and down. It's a whole thing. Again, this is thousands of dollars in maintenance every month for you, but if you've got the dough, do it up. Do it up. And even if you don't have the dough, just wherever you're living, fill it up with water, put some jellyfish in there. You know what I mean? I've thought about filling this entire unit up with water before. Obviously, we've discussed it together, and the whole thing would probably not be realistic, because one, it's hard to, but here's the thing, you know, a lot of breathing, obviously you'd have to get like a whole oxygen tank thing with a whole scuba gear. But what if you just like, our living spaces, what if we made them waterproof, and you know, you just had like low key water, dude. You know what I mean? Like Venice, but inside your place. You know, I wouldn't mind a couple of feet of water. Decent temperature, you know, you can cool it, you can heat it. Man, you're like, that's basically, you're creating a cesspool of germs and bacteria. Maybe, or maybe not. How do they keep pools clean? Do a little bit of chlorine, a little bit of, does a part of me wants to, oh man, do I want to, I guess this is, oh, maybe a part of me wants to be in the water. Water, man. Where do we come from? Where do we go? From the water back to the water. I don't know. I'm just feeling like it's something to consider. You know, don't you guys want like a couple of feet of, 3-4 feet of water inside your living space? Because look, I'm like, you know, I'm sitting down. I could be doing anything I want to be doing regularly. And then if I want to just, you know, do a couple of laps to the kitchen, why not? You know what I mean? And then you could have total dry rooms too. Maybe like, okay, like leave the bathroom be, you know, I don't know how you, that's the, you know, thought for the architects. Wet spaces, how about that? New idea. Yeah, wet spaces. You know what? Yeah, I'm doubling down. Wet space. I'm tired of dry apartments and overall living spaces in general. Houses too. You know what I mean? Especially if you got like 2-floor houses. All I see around me are like 2-3 story houses, and one floor should just be water. The basement at least should be water, no? Okay, maybe that's the foundation. Oh, shit, dude. Okay, hear me out. Top level, dry level, lobby, ground level, water, basement, dry again. So it's like, how exciting is that? You're welcome. We just solved houses. We made houses better. Makes perfect sense. The things you could, the fun activities, the swimming alone, and that's basically, talk about exercise. You want to tackle obesity, you want to tackle health, you want to tackle, you know, health, obesity, water. That's what they said, man. Be water, more water. So that's what I'm spewing out today. That's what I'm getting. If we team up with the right companies, I can fill up all your houses with water, and it'll take some time. But we'll do it. We'll do it together. Promise. Man, good times. Good vibes. Oh, those are some solid cracks, baby. That's what it is. Hope you guys are cracking and popping everywhere, and, you know, enjoying life to the fullest, or as much as possible. You know what I mean? You don't want to overdose on life either. That's also a key balance. You don't want to OD on anything. You don't want to overdose on life. You always want to make sure you're like, you know, right below it. Whatever it is, right below it. So you're getting most of it, but you don't want to go overboard. That's the dance. That's what we're doing. Din, 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 din. Mama, ooh, 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 I don't wanna fly. See how that hits? I don't wanna fly. Sometimes I wish I've never eaten corn at all. Carry on, 'cause nothing ever scatters. You just wouldn't have it, man. And I gotta be honest with you, I was a little bummed out. Oh, it shouldn't be scattered. It should say matter. I'm like, okay, Freddie. And he sounded just like that too. It's incredible. Purple nurples are making a comeback. No, they're not. Okay, fine, they're not. I thought we can get it going together, but if they're not, they're not. We won't start it. We never stopped it, though, I'll tell you that. Let's get to the bottom of things. Now we're always like in search of getting to the bottom of things. Let's get to the bottom of things. And every day we're getting to the bottom of things. But I say we stay right on top of things. Or somewhere down the center, baby. I don't know if that makes any sense. Probably not. But you know what I mean. Because it's just like, you know? I don't even know. Have fun, baby. That's all there is to it. Have fun. Start your own, you know, business. Or not. Maybe it's risky to start a business these days. I don't know. But that's, you know, that's what it is. That's the beauty of it. It's risky times. It's risky times. That's what it is. And I loves a good risky time. Who doesn't like a good risky time? Wouldn't it be boring if we lived in an unrisky time? God, the risks, the possibilities, the open-ended things that are open and ended, but open-ended. So they're not ended, but they're rather open, but open to interpretation, open to where, like, you know, where does it go? Will it go further? Will it stop? Will it go back? Yeah, and that's just movement. That's just time, space-time. Humans, us, moving along space-time, doing things. I'm queefing on sunshine, whoa, whoa. I'm queefing on sunshine, whoa, whoa, whoa. Queefing hard, queefing fast. Queefing slow, queefing last. Queefing high, queefing low. Queefing by, queefing go. Queefing together, queefing forever. Rest assured, we're always gonna queef together. And that's, you know, and that's again, that's just us doing life. Queefing, baby. Fast, hard, loose. Because that's how you move forward. Jellyfish, dude, that's how they're moving forward. It's the queefing mechanism. I've always said it's a thing. That's how they're doing it, dude. You don't see it. You know, propulsion. Queefing, 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 queefing. Where'd it go? It's queefing in that direction. Do grandmas queef more? Or less than your typical lady? Out of all the ladies, who queefs the most, you know? Does it get worse with age, or does it all just like, does everything just, you know, shut down with like menopause? The ironically named menopause. You know what I mean? You go menopause, everything just everything just I don't know how it works. Because the bleeding stops or slows down, I don't know. Does the queefing stop? I hope not, because a life without a queef is it even a life worth living if you can't even queef anymore? I don't know. Hard to say. The thing with like older age too, you know, you start developing more spots on your body and stuff, so it looks like, you know, at one point from afar it could be like an optical illusion. It's like, how many nipples does that person have? It's like, I don't know, I'm counting like 18, 27, you know? So that's you gaining things from just like, you know, is it good or bad? I'm not there to like, you know, have a moral discussion with you. It's just, you know, aesthetically from afar, it's like, man, that's a human leopard now, you know? And maybe, you know, maybe I meant that for some it works really well because like, you know, you maybe had wishes and dreams of becoming a leopard when you were a young man or a woman, and people laughed at you. People turned you down at every corner, and you're like, I just want to be a leopard, man. Or you're a lady, and you still said, oh, I just want to be a bloody leopard, mate. It's how Freddie and the lady both sounded similar. It's incredible. But that's the way the story. And yeah, people are like, no way you could be a leopard. And or, you know, maybe you were into like, oh, I wish I could from afar seem like as if I've got 17 or, you know, 19 nipples. And they're like, no man, you're mad. That could never happen. They didn't stop and think that you could potentially get, you know, they didn't consider all the options. You could have gotten nipple tattoos. Oh my god. Nipple tattoos. Oh my god. Oh, yo, I think we just stumbled upon something a little bit diff right here. Nipple tattoos, dude. I'm trademarking it. Patenting nipple tattoos. I don't think it's a thing. I don't think I've seen it before. Does anybody have a nipple tattoo out there of a nipple? I did originally want to get... Oh, man. Oh, dude. Ladies. Side note. Within a side note, within a side note. I had my nipple pierced at one point. I've told you this story a long time ago. Took it out a long time ago as well due to a soccer accident. But side note, if you don't want to get a nipple tattoo or a nipple ring, you can get a nipple tattoo on your nipple that says nipple ring. So there you get both the tattoo and the nipple ring on your nipple. Also, side note, if you just get tattoos and nipples, dude, if you got like, fine tattoo, you know, that's a thing. You could do that. I don't think I've seen anybody do that. Maybe somebody's done it already. That is a dope idea. And I completely forgot what else I was going to talk about. But it's okay. It's all right. It happens. Happens. Yeah, so nobody stopped to consider all the alternative methods as to how you were going to become a leopard or have 17 to 19 nips, dude. That's what it is. You could get tattoos, or you could wait till old age creeps upon you and, you know, you're just like, oh. From afar, it may just, again, resemble in the right shade, in the right sun, in the right light. It may seem as if you got 17 to 19 nipples, or potential, is that a man leopard or a lady leopard? Oh. Maybe that's hence the name or label cougar. Makes sense. Leopard, cougar, all the cats. Man, see how everything is connected and just it all links together. It makes sense. That's the thing. So, nipple tattoos. Yeah, dude. You want to be raising smarter kids, dudes, ladies. You want to be raising smarter kids. If you had several, start early, because babies are sponges and you can train them like sponges. You know how you can train sponges? But they're better than sponges. Initially, they're not. Like, and they'll grow up to be better than sponges. Initially, sponge, baby, more or less the same. Which is more value? Very close. Again, I'm not a parent, so I don't know what it feels like to have I don't even have a sponge, dude. So that's me in my life, but you know. So you tattoo a couple of different nips, and all of a sudden, you know, and you're like, babies already sometimes have a latching problem as is. Well, imagine how good your baby will be if he or she had the, you know, several nips to decipher, like which one, and babies, you know, babies, right? Just dumb, barely, you know, eyes open, just like, oh, trying to go for the tit, but then you like slide up a little bit, and it's grabbing at the wrong nip, and you can laugh at your baby. You're like, wrong nip, baby. That's a wrong nip, fella. It's a wrong nip, baby. It's how a mother would say to a baby. You know, it's a wrong tit there, mate. And so you want to go for the bigger one, eh? And then guide them so that they can distinguish between real and fake. And together, we've made better babies, I think. Or completely ruined lives. I don't know how this goes, but I'm optimistic. I think we're doing the right thing. I believe we're doing the right thing. Again, because, you know, they're not talking. It's not like they're occupied with other things. They're not doing math. They're not like fixing the car, you know. They're not doing this. Can you at least distinguish between what's real and fake? You know what I mean? Like, you're down there. Which one's going to, like, motivate them, too, with that voice? Yeah, hey, wrong tit, eh? Look, right here, wrong tit. Right tit, wrong tit. Just putting it out there, exercises that you could run, simulations that you can practice with your baby, so to, you know, beat the, you know, you want to be around the curve, you want to have a curve, you want to be curved, you're curvy out there, you want to be just, I don't know, something about a curve, dude, you know what I mean? Keep it bent, get bent. That's not what we were trying to say. You know what it is. Stay on top of it. Switch it up. I was reading in because it's Loose Friday, I was also reading a headline of an article which read something along the lines of, you know, what did it say? Oh yeah, something about a mother being appreciative of the fact that she could go hire a, I forget whether it was escort or you know, just a, you know, I don't know what the technical term for it is. You know? A lady of the night for her child who had some sort of mental disability of sorts. So, you know. And yeah, read the title of it, didn't actually read the article, but that's pretty much the gist of it. And she was happy about it, that she could actually, oh, and I went, I guess, a little bit into how the title of the article went, something along the lines of like the escort or the lady of the night was actually helpful for her son gaining confidence and getting over that first initial, because, you know, has some issues and whatnot, which made me, you know, think about certain things. Made me think about prostitutes, made me think about ladies of the nights, or, you know, made me think of, you know, laws concerning that. Because I don't know, man, I think in my mind, again, but that's one scenario. Well, whatever, that's the thing where if it's like a able-bodied person gets a prostitute, you're like, oh, not so bueno. But if a disabled person gets a prostitute, you're like, aw. So, disabled wiener getting sucked, aw. Able wiener getting sucked, not so aw. But why? Or is that just me? Do you go, aw, on both scenarios? But, like, you know, that's something to think about, amongst many other things to think about. And of course, you know, priorities and shit. So what are you spending your time thinking about? That article was fascinating to me, because again, it opens up a little door to nothing, really. It's just, yeah. Because, like, let's say somebody is fully mentally and physically disabled, and they can't go out there and do life. Do they not have the right to get an experience of what it's like to have the sex or do the sex? Of course they do. They should. Can't just, and then what's the best sitch? Do you set them up with somebody within their own, you know, so they can, but then are you procuring mentally and physically disabled sex? Are you, it's, man, a lot of, you know, things to consider. So if there's a professional, I think that makes sense. That's a good call on the mom. I supports that. And I also supports it being legal. Prostitution. And that's it, basically, yeah, because that way you just, you know, that way you could, I'll be very honest with you, it's Friday, and I'm feeling it, and we're going to be, yeah, man. We're here, we're not backing down, we're not gonna, you know, it's what it is. I'm not quite sure if I've shared this before or not, but I said it from the beginning. We're gonna go honest, and we're gonna do everything 100%. We're gonna do things 100 with the gang, with the crew. Because I can't be out here, you know, gotta be myself, gotta be 100% my real self and talk about all the experiences that I've had. Because otherwise, then we're just, you know, it's not how the podcasting world goes. It's not how the storytelling business goes. And you're like, of course, it can go in many different directions, but I choose to be the good, the bad, the ugly, the realness. I cares about the realness, not the. I don't care about images. I don't care about the realness and real stories. So I do have a little bit of experience. I'm not quite sure. Again, it's been like a year and a half, almost 2 years that we've been together, and we've shared quite a bit with each other. I'm not quite sure if I don't remember sharing this particular story. If I have, well, so be it. It's just another touch up. But I don't think I have, so we'll get into it. Have I gone out there and gotten the, I think I've talked about it, but it's in relation to this, I guess, a little bit. Yeah, I've paid for 2 hand jobs in my lifetime and one sex sesh. Yeah, 2 rub and tugs, 1 sex sesh, and the rub and tugs, older, beautiful Asian ladies, shout out, you know what it is. Thank you. Everything was as good as it gets for that, experience for all parties involved. And the other one time was this lady, and it lasted for, I want to say 2.5 solid minutes. 2.5 solid minutes of just magic. A lot of sweating, a lot of nerves, because it's an environment where you're not fully comfortable to do the sex, is it? And the whole process is just, it's. And as soon as it was done, I was like, me personally, I'm that first time we make love doesn't really, that's not my personal best performance, because that's just that's warm up. I get one out of my system, and then we're ready to okay, we've done the stretches, let's play now. Let's play, baby. Let's go. Now we're shooting to kill, shooting to score, shooting to, now we're going in. Because that doesn't count in my mind. Every time I make love anyway, and that's what it is. Second time's the real. The first one doesn't even count. That's what I'm saying. So I was finishing 2.5 minutes, and she got up, cleaned herself off, going in there, doing her thing, and I'm confused about the whole thing, sort of, because it's first time ever doing it, going through it. And she's like, yeah, there's a shower over there, you can go shower, do your thing. I'm like, would you like to join me? And she said, that'll be extra, that's girlfriend stuff. And I was just like, I thought I was gonna shower and then we come back and do it again or something along those lines. But she's like, no, it's over. And I'm like, oh man, that was really quick. I was just getting started. How was it for you? And I don't think, that's the thing. She's like, is this your first time? And I'm like, yes, it is my first time. And she's like, that's as soon as you arrive, it's finished. And I'm like, man, what a bummer. Because, that's not proud of it, but it happened. And it's all about keeping it real, no matter what. Not proud of it either, because I don't care in that sense. In a sense that I care about see, that's the thing. That's what it is about the realness, and it is what it is. Nobody's perfect. I'm not proud of it, not condoning it, but also given that it's the oldest profession in humanity, and hey man, there's hopefully it doesn't come. If you've not done it, that's the thing. I only did it again, 2 hand jobs. One of the sex time, just because I want to see what it's like to, go ahead and do that. And I was really down at the time, not gonna, but those are excuses. That's fine. Those are excuses. Doesn't matter. But regardless, it happened, and yeah, given the fact that I didn't like it because it was very quick and not intimate whatsoever for anybody. It just I prefer, if I were I would prefer the hand jobs over the sex any day, if that's the thing. Overall, I think it should be free because it already, man, if you're living in this day and age, the things you see and the things that people do, it's just, I think, criminalizing any activities or any substances, whether it's drugs or overall behaviors, or it just puts it underground and in the hands of the black market. Oh man. So I don't know if I've shared that story with you, but now that it's out there, I can actually work on it and make some jokes out of it. Hopefully, we can all look back and laugh at these. Good God. Like, why would you say that? Because that's what it is, baby. We don't fuck around right here. We tell us the truth. We try to stay honest and own up to whatever it is, and it comes with whatever it comes with. So whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, because I don't want to give this, like, you gotta be your true self. And yeah, I don't feel good about those things. But again, I do ask, if I'm being honest, I don't know if I feel bad about it because societally we're supposed to feel bad about it. I don't know if I'm supposed to feel bad about it because, like, I do feel bad about it in a sense that, but then again, that's their job. Like, that they chose that for the most part, I think. Good God. Jesus. So that's why I don't, that's what it is, man. It lasted 2.5 solid minutes. And yeah, when she asked, I remember her, she's like, is this your first time? And I was just like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, it's over. And I'm like, I was really, like I said, I was really bummed out because me and my, like that's the way it works with me anyway, First time, most often anyway. First time, 2-3 minutes of just getting to know each other, and then after, let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So, and that's all natty. So, not gonna. That's what it is. But it's funny because you'd read maybe, or you'd hear a story of something along the, that. The reason why I wanted to share both these stories is because, yeah, they are kind of aligned together. The lady getting the services for her mentally or physically handicapped child. Again, you might be like, okay, I can see that, yeah. But then able-bodied people do it for whatever reason, men and women. And there is again a stigma, or maybe, I don't want anybody, that's the thing. It's a tricky little subject. And yeah, obviously I don't want people to have to do that to earn a buck. But then you see people who do it because they don't want to do anything else. And they want to do it. Maybe that's the thing that they want to do. There are legit people who want to do that. And people should be free to do whatever they want. I'm not justifying anything. I'm not trying to I'm just saying what it is and what my experience was. And so yeah, whoever wants to think whatever can think whatever. I don't control that. But one of my things that I'd like to do is be as honest as possible about everything. And yeah, the jokes will have to come from a place of honesty as well. So that's why I wanted to, and I'll have to work on that, even though, it's not, again, a highlight of my life. It's probably one of the lowlights of my life, actually, but it is what it is. Maybe somebody can, either laugh at it or learn something from it, or fail to learn from it and make the same choices. And again, I don't know anything. Living life, baby. That's, man, got a lot out today, despite the fact that I feel good about it. I feel good about it, not about that, but I feel about doing our job. Okay, that's what it is, baby. Love you all, man. Silly goose time. So that's what that is, baby. Silly goose time. Dance, dun, 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 dance, dun, 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 dun. Dance, dun, 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 na, 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 na. Mama, dun, 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 I don't wanna fly. Sometimes I wish I've never eaten corn at all. Carry on, carry on. And dun, dun, nothing ever scatters. Dun, 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 dun. See you guys back here again on Monday. Peace.